they had their times in the sport. They were very big at their times. Yeah, of course, they're definitely legends in the game. For IFL to have those guys as coaches is incredible. It's a plus. They're definitely legends. They're very, very, very big.
Now, as far as like your morning regimen, is we've got a guy on the show that called Don Hall. He was out in Phoenix. Name was Don Halstead, his official name. I nicknamed him Don Hall. And he talks about how many hours you guys work. What does your morning regimen look like when you're getting let's say about a month before a fight? What do you do every morning to get in shape?
Depends, man. I mean, I train, 6 days a week. I train twice a day. Also you gotta learn your body with this stuff, man. You can't because it's a thin line between overtraining and undertraining. So you have to learn your body. If your body's hurting, you gotta, do something else maybe a little bit differently. It's all a learning process. I'm still learning. And, a month out, I'm training hard, man. I'm in the gym. I'm doing my sprints on one day or in the morning, and next day I might be wrestling or working technique on the Thai pads or working some skills, But month out, man, I'm a beast, and I'm a beast out there. I'm in the gym. The doors are locked. I'm ready to go.
That's a lot of work. When we sit there and look at you guys on TV and follow it, you all are so in shape. I think you are probably the most in shape professionals, and I can't imagine another professional arena that's in more shape. I just don't see it.
I doubt it, man. We train all different types. We train our whole body, you know what I mean? It's crazy. We got to train all different types of styles of fighting, and then like what I do for my plyometrics, I train my whole body, because you never know in a fight where it's going to be, on the floor or standing. So, I switch a lot of things up in my training. I never try to train the same. So,
you're constantly moving around,
man, and it's still evolving. And we definitely have some of the best athletes in this game.
Yeah, I just don't see I look at football players, and then I look at basketball players, and even hockey players, which are pretty tough, and it hands down go for the MMA fighters. You guys are the most trained individuals in your schedules. Just the cardiovascular training you go before you even start lifting any weights or hitting the bag is just impressive.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like this, too. Bottom line is, we're stepping in on competition day, really to beat each other up. Those guys are playing a sport, you know what I mean? Even though, like, football's tough and rough and stuff like that, but still, we're getting punched in the head, kicked in the head,
Yeah.
There's shins and fists flying at our heads, man, so you got to be a fool not to get in shape,
Oh, absolutely. And I look at the old days when Tank Abbott and a couple of old timers where they were tough, but they weren't as cross-trained as you guys are now. When I hear martial artists complain that you guys aren't legit as far as a true art form, I beg to differ with them. I think you guys are a true art form. Is the dedication you have to your sport and to your bodies.
Yeah, those are the people. There's a lot of guys out there that are haters. I even came across somebody not that long ago that asked me. I was in Ireland actually cornering my teammates for fights. And he was like, "Hey, is that stuff real?" It's like there's still people out there that that are just ignorant to the game, but that's all good, man. When something is good and quality, it can't be held back. So, this game in the past 2 years has gone, crazy, millions of miles in the sense of growing, so.
Absolutely.
Everybody has to learn it, and appreciate it, and when they understand it more, the ground game, the wrestling, and the stand-up, and what the guys are trying to do in there, and what the guys' strengths are, and how they're trying to win that fight with their strengths, people will appreciate it more.
I think the one thing we're getting across to the fans and to the listeners is what gentlemen you all are, as far as gentlemen inside the ring. I very rarely have seen, outside of grudge matches, generally very, very good gentlemen to one each other, making sure everybody's okay. I was just blown away by that. Can you tell me, to tell the people out there right now, if that's legitimate, the caring that you have for one another when you're fighting them, even if you're killing each other after the fight's over?
Incredible. Everybody in this game, is much, of course you got some dudes out there that are bad apples, I mean, it is a fight game and guys are trying to hurt each other. But for the most part, man, like me, I have no problem with anybody in the fight or industry. Not one person they can't say, nothing bad about me unless they're fighting me in like 6 weeks or something. You know what I mean? Then
yeah.
We're gonna handle our business, that day. But after the fight, let's go kick a drink. That's one great thing about this sport, man. Even for me, like me personally, my opinion, before I was fighting, I was fighting in the street. I was an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have a road rage and stuff. And now, I get my stress. I relieve everything out in the gym. I sweat it out. I come out of the gym feeling like a new man every day. I mean, there's no stress of me in the world. I could have a guy beeping his horn at me now on the street, and oh, no problem, buddy. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have no problem with anybody. I keep my fights in the gym.
Absolutely. Now, on a side note, we're going to finish this up with a couple easy questions. What kind of music do you listen to when you train?
Oh man, I listen to everything, man. Now, I mean, I used to listen to pretty much only hip hop, but like I said, man, I got a crazy camp, man. I train with all the best guys. I train with Randy.
What does Randy like as far as music?
Mike Powell, so country music, anything that's playing in the gym, it doesn't matter, man.
Right.
I just get in there and do my thing. I mean, I have no preference, man. As long as it has a good beat and, it's all good with me.
That's right. Now we're going to finish this up. Now, what kind of movies do you like there? You got to put a human spirit into the professional boxer now, the fighter now.
Actually, man, I was just blown away. 2 days ago, I watched Transformers. Wow. Incredible, man. I mean, my expectations of it going in wasn't that high. Came out like, wow, yeah, it was a real good movie. Go see it. Real good, man. Especially if you watched the cartoon back in the day,
yeah,
you appreciate it that much more. And I grew up watching it. I used to get the toys and stuff. So
yeah, me too.
It was real. It was on point, man. They did everything, pretty much, how it was supposed to be. It was great.
Yeah, and I like.
I watched 300. I just watched that. That was a pretty good movie. I seen that a little while ago. I watched that actually before one of my fights, and I was ready to go the next day.
And what is your favorite sports movie?
My favorite sports movie?
Yeah, it could be fictional or non-fictional. Just a sports movie that.
Probably Rudy, man.
Yeah.
Came out when I was in high school, and one of my coaches, he was like, "Hey, this reminds me of you," And I went and watched it, man. I had my hairs standing up on my arms, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because he had all the downfalls, and he had, he kept falling and had to get back up on his feet. That's kind of like my life, man. I have downfalls, and I always got to keep picking myself up and going, man. So those kind of stories, like I say, even fighters like that, they have a lot of downfalls in their career, and then finally they keep pushing and keep fighting, and they get what they deserve one day. That's the stories I like, because I cope with those kind of people, man. That's my life. I have downfalls. I got to keep picking myself up.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Jay, we're hoping we can get you on again to talk about the upcoming playoffs for the Anacondas and your team, and your coaching staff and everything like that. We want to say thank you for joining us. And hopefully we can team up with you again and interview you. How does that sound?
Yeah. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Thanks to the fans.
Thank you.
Check me out. Check me and my team out on August 2nd. We're fighting in the playoffs. Call me anytime, man. My phone's on.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, Jay. You have a good day now.
Cool.
Bye. Hey, guys. This is Bo at the Z Sports Lounge. Tell me that wasn't a great interview, guys. These MMA fighters are professional, they're intense, and they are a bunch of good guys. These guys like movies, music, and life at large, man. Take care of their families and life, man. They shoot to thrill just like AC/DC and life on itself, man. So we're going to give Jay a holler during the playoffs. August, you heard him, man. It's coming up, man. So we're going to let you guys go. This is the Z Sports Lounge, and you're talking to Bodine. It was my pick to get him on. So I want to say thanks to the IFL folks. Want to say thanks to Jay Hieron for showing up. The guy was professional. The guy was good. So we enjoy that. Talk to you later.